Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Sunday. Today we're going to take a bit of a weird map quiz. So you really have to know your United States geography for this one. A topological map of the USA. It is a type of diagram that has been simplified so that only vital information such as borders remain, and unnecessary details such as size and shape have been removed. There's a few caveats here. Michigan is a single polygon, and Lake Michigan is this shaded region. There is obviously no Alaska and Hawaii here because they are not connected. And aside from that, let's jump in and I'll explain my thought process as we go. We have 15 minutes, we should be able to knock this out. Alright, so in the far northeast of the US, we have Maine. And I can scroll here, by the way, to get all the states. The only state to border Maine is New Hampshire. Okay, so then bordering New Hampshire would be Vermont, and is this going to be Massachusetts? Yeah, so Vermont and Massachusetts. I'm assuming that's Rhode Island. Now, size doesn't matter here, but Rhode Island comes before Connecticut. So that's going to be Connecticut right there. Now, all of these get stopped by good old New York. This should be the northernmost border of New York. To the west would be Pennsylvania. And then we're going to follow down here. I think that's New Jersey. Okay, so what borders New Jersey? This is where I'm getting a little rocky. So let's skip that for a second. Let's go over here, and this is the northwesternmost. So this is going to be Washington State. And then Oregon and Colorado. Not Colorado, California, sorry. I swear I know what I'm talking about. Up here, a little bit true to shape even, is Idaho. Which means this would be Montana. And then what borders Montana to the east and north? That would be North Dakota. Which would, I assume, make this South Dakota. And what borders Idaho, Montana, and Dakota? That would be Wyoming. Okay, in here, this one borders California and Oregon and Idaho, so that would be Nevada. And then California and Nevada border Arizona. Okay, what do we have here? Now we have some we're going to have to work hard to work out. So we have Nevada on the west, Idaho on the north. This is going to be Utah. The only state Arizona borders to the west, or no, the bordering Arizona to the east is New Mexico. And then we have the central states. Okay, so if this was Utah, Arizona, four corners right there, that's going to be Colorado, not California. All right, so we're getting here. We're making some good progress. We've got the edges filled out. I'm thinking this right here is going to have to be Florida. But I need to think on this for a second because Florida borders Georgia to the northeast and Alabama. Then that would make this Mississippi. No, that doesn't work. Mississippi borders more than that. Okay, is that... You know what? Let's go with some borders we already know and go back there. So this is North Dakota into Minnesota, I believe. Minnesota. Where is it at? There we go. I swear I'm not blind. Here we're going to have Wisconsin. This must be Michigan. another M. So Michigan, Pennsylvania, this has to be good old Ohio, my home state. Bordering Ohio and Michigan would be Indiana, which makes this Illinois. Okay, so we are filling these in pretty quick here. Pennsylvania and Ohio, and this is going to be Kentucky, so this is going to be West Virginia. And I'm pretty confident that's Kentucky. So is this one Tennessee? How many does it border? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, this one's Tennessee. Okay, so this is Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. Is this going to be Missouri? It was. Okay. So we've got a lot here around the East Coast still. So we said this was New York, this was New Jersey. What would that make this? It borders Pennsylvania and is this Delaware? So this is Maryland. And then south of Maryland, it borders West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee. This is going to be regular Virginia. Going south of that would be North Carolina. Oh, sorry about that. North Carolina. Now, would that be South Carolina, and is this Georgia? Yes, because South Carolina is trapped between the two. That would make that Georgia. So bordering only Georgia and Alabama would be Florida, which makes that Alabama. Okay, so going west of Alabama would be Mississippi, I believe, which is going to make this Louisiana and this Texas. So above Texas, we're going to have, this should be Arkansas, and this should be Oklahoma. Then we're down to 3. Well, Iowa is going to be the furthest north, and then Kansas and Nebraska. My, oh my, I always get these two backwards. Well, it's a 50-50. Kansas City, Missouri, that doesn't help me. What else could I go on? You know what, I think, okay, so I remember a trip I took out to Mount Rushmore. I crossed into South Dakota from the south. Was I in Kansas or Nebraska? I think I was in Nebraska. Whew, that came down to a 50-50 for me. And I think that's where I messed up. Yep, the one other time I took this quiz. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. I'll find some more maps to fill out. Consider giving me a subscription, leave a like, and thanks for stopping by.